In this episode, we're going to answer the famous question, should you go to college? Well, the short answer, in my personal opinion, no. It didn't help me with my career. It didn't really help me build a new relationship, but that's partly my fault. But again, I don't think it really attributed or helped me get to where I am today with all the businesses that I have. I think the streets taught me more. I think life experience has taught me more. And I think my ability to go out and just make mistakes has taught me more than college. So that's the short answer. But let's dive a little bit deeper into that. So I am a product of the college system. I went to 2 years of Ohlone, which is a junior college right here in San Francisco Bay Area. It's in Fremont. And then from there, I transferred to UCSD, pretty much, down in San Diego, and finished off my a BS or a BA, I don't even know what it is anymore, in political science. I really just chose the college route because I think that's what my parents had told me to do. You know, you would have been the black sheep in the family if I didn't go to college. And so I really, I think due to social pressure, I went to college. Luckily, I didn't graduate with too much debt. We got scholarships. I did the 2 years of community college. And so I was able to get out, pay it off pretty quickly, and just move on with my life so that I could take that money and really invest it in myself through coaching, through mentorships, and through my business ventures. But not a lot of people are so lucky. A lot of people go to college, and I know some people who went to private schools and they graduated with a six-figure debt, right? And that's not even being a doctor or a lawyer. That was just 4 years of undergrad. That is a big roadblock when you're graduating and now you're trying to find a job to pay off your debt. That's a weight or a burden on you that you shouldn't have to carry, right? Here's the thing. I think you should go to college if you want to be a specialized field that requires school. If you wanted to be a doctor, yes, go to college. You want to be a lawyer, yes, go to college because you need those things. You need those licenses to become that profession. But if you're trying to achieve entrepreneurship or even coding, I think there are other routes than going to a 4-year college and racking up all that debt. Now, here's the exception. College was fun. There were parts of college that I do love, that will forever be my memory that I cherish. But I think you could probably get away with that, personally speaking. I didn't really go through the whole college party scene. Again, my dad kind of passed away early on, so I had to go out, go to school, and just knock it out. No room to play, no margin for error, right? Here's the thing. You're watching this video and you're looking for advice. But the thing with advice is everybody's a little bit different and it depends on your life situation. I can't give you what worked for me because it may not work for you. Personally, myself, I'm self-driven, I'm self-disciplined, and when it comes to needing like a route, I'll figure it out on my own, right? And so that's why I'm able to start the coffee shops that I started, the boba shops that we've started, the virtual assistant companies that we had. Those were self-driven by myself, my partners, and so college wasn't very necessary, right? And especially in my case where I'm starting businesses, I didn't major in business. I majored in political science. If anything, I should know a little bit more about how to solve all of these wars and conflicts, but that's another story. So check this out. Who should go to college? And why should you go to college? Let's explain some of the benefits of that, right? If you don't have the self-discipline and you're not exactly quite, sure on what you want to do or become, right? Let's say you don't want to run your own business or start your own company and you want to go work for somebody else. I think the first question you should ask is, in this profession that I'm looking to achieve, do I need a college degree for this, right? If you want to be work for Goldman Sachs or something like that, they may want to see a very high degree in finance and maybe grad school or a master from Yale or Stanford. Great. That's something that you want. You got to go to college for. But the alternative is, let's say you want to become a coder, right? There are boot camps for that are a fraction of the cost and a fraction of the time. So that's something to consider. But let's go on to the final group. Let's say you want to go to college and that's the route for you. What should you do in college? Well, number one, you should be networking like crazy. You should be meeting as many people as you can, joining all the clubs, building relationships that will foster 5, 6, 7, 10 years down the line so that later on, if you do decide to do business, you have this wealth of connections that you can chat with, that you can talk to, that you can leverage, right? So that's if you go to college, you gotta do that. The other thing, if you go to college, don't go too crazy and pull out too much student loans. You gotta pay that back, and its interest is crazy. It's gonna hurt you in the long run. Go to college, try to keep the debt low, work, get your grades good, party a little bit, meet, network, but don't just rack up a bunch of debt. And look, you can always do what I did. If you don't want to rack up so much debt, go to a 2-year junior college. Get all your credits, load them up because it's cheaper there. Then you can transfer into that 4-year school of your dream, finish it, build that network there, and get out, get ahead, move on. So what's the conclusion? Here's what it is. If you want to be your own boss and you want to start your own business and be an entrepreneur and go out there and crush it, I don't think you need college. I think you should go out there, get some good mentors, get some good partners, and start building at a very young age. And, time is your friend when you're young, right? So go out there and build and make mistakes. Because when you're young, you can afford to make mistakes because you have time to recover, right? And I think the mistakes that you make early on are going to be much more valuable than a 4-year degree. That's if you want to be a self-employed or an entrepreneur, okay? Now, let's go through the other route. However, if you want to get a job as a lawyer or a doctor, you got to go to school. That's your route. Go in, get out, finish it, start paying off those debt, make a lot of money, live a great life. The third people is if you're going to go to college, right, and you don't know what you're doing yet, try to figure it out very quickly. And also, make sure you don't graduate with a mountain of debt, because that's going to make it very difficult when you graduate to try to go out there, find a job, and try to get ahead, because that burden is going to crush you, right? So I hope this video was helpful. If you like it, make sure you comment. If I'm wrong and you want to say something, hit me down in the comment section. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next video, and I hope you guys enjoy these little tips and tricks.